Oh boy, here we go. I want everybody to watch. You will not believe what I'm looking at. This is a kaleidoscope. Actually, all of these are kaleidoscopes, and I'll be amazed if we even get through this interview without me just picking each one of these up and just looking at them. And you're thinking to yourself, why are there kaleidoscopes? And outside of the fact that I heard the Beatles' Strawberry Fields Forever before you came in, so I think we're getting some messages here. These two lovely ladies that are joining me are affiliated with the World Awareness Children's Museum in Glens Falls. And we're going to talk a lot about this so you get to understand what that actually means. But joining me is Judy Meiselborski.
Perfect.
Almost.
Perfect.
Got it? Good. Okay. Welcome.
Thank
nice to have you. And Heather Strickland. That's easier.
Hickland.
Hickland. You know, it's the kaleidoscopes. That's all I can
It's
tell
okay.
you. It's the kaleidoscopes.
It's okay.
Who is the director of the museum. And the reason they're here today is that the museum, which is always known for very cutting edge, very forward thinking, wonderful exhibits to expose children of all ages to all of the wonderful things about the cultures of the world. And we'll get into that a little bit more. But you have an exhibit that goes beyond all exhibits. So I'm going to start with you because you have decided to make it part of your mission in life to collect
And collect more kaleidoscopes.
kaleidoscopes.
Yes.
Boy, what a mission. What got you involved with that?
Somehow it must go back to my childhood. I had one as a child.
Yes.
And as I traveled and I would see them out in stores or whatever, and I started collecting them, and I just so enjoyed them. The phrase I always say, kaleidoscopes are just fun.
Yes, they are for all ages.
Oh.
I don't know one person when you say the word kaleidoscope, they'll say to you, I don't like those. You know, everybody loves kaleidoscopes. Now, we have so much to cover here, but just very, very quickly for our viewers, your collection is very unique. How many do you have in your collection?
Oh, 100. Well over 100.
Well over 100.
Don't count them. I enjoy them.
Yes, you got it. And they're everywhere in your house, you said.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so anybody who comes to visit, they sit down. Before you know it, the conversation is focused on kaleidoscopes.
I even have one at my night table, and it works on the basis of gravity. And when you lift it above, there's a little battery light that comes on, so you can actually look at night into a kaleidoscope. So if I wake up in the middle of the night, I can look at one too.
My goodness. Heather, you knew the answer to this question.
Oh.
What's the derivation of the word kaleidoscope?
It actually is from Greek, 3 Greek words.
Yes.
That means shapes, beautiful shapes to look at.
And boy, is it ever beautiful shapes to look at. Now, just the makeup of a kaleidoscope. It could be any number of things. And the collection that we have here are very strange examples. This one with the air that moves around all of the different elements inside. Some have water in them. Some you turn, and as you turn, the little pieces of glass move around. You said it very well before we went on air. It's like a snowflake. It's never the same ever when you look through there.
Yes, and the way that you could create them is it's just almost infinite unto itself. You know, you have an object case that houses beautiful objects. You have the outer piece that you can do in art forms with wood or ceramics or whatever you wish that houses the mirror system. And then you have to get light in somehow, and you look, and it's just beautiful.
It's just so spectacular. So now you have this collection. And just a wonderful thing you said to me. You're deciding now, at this tender young age of fill in the blank, that you were going to make certain that these over 100 kaleidoscopes go to a good home.
Yes, I wanted them to stay together.
Yes.
And I really wanted children to enjoy them.
Yes.
I remember enjoying my first kaleidoscope, and so I thought to find a possible home for them, and I think I have found that.
Boy, you sure did. And that's the museum. Now, for our
Yes.
viewers, and there'll be a lot of information on our website and a link to your website, but I'm not kidding. I've been in this space. I was in this space when they were building it out. And it's just not, everybody be quiet and stay in line. This is an interactive museum where you can go in. I think you were telling me about the room where you can experience Asian culture, right?
Yep.
Just
We have
quickly, what is that like?
An authentic room that looks like Japan with mats on the ground and a low table and tea, and everyone takes their shoes off before they go in. There are kimonos or robes the kids can put on as well, and learn a little bit about eating sushi using chopsticks, Japanese culture. And that's just one of the 8 galleries that we have.
Look, we're in a global economy now. The idea of being able to have your child of all ages experience all of these different cultures. So now these kaleidoscopes are at the museum, and they will be there from now to the end of the year.
Exactly.
Correct. And it's interactive, so you can go in and with some of these, you can actually use them, right? You encourage them to use.
Every day we have tours where we show the kids different kaleidoscopes from the collection. They can actually put their hands on and enjoy them, and there are always some examples out around the clock when the museum is open for kids to play with. We also created, just for this exhibit, a new walk-in kaleidoscope chamber for the kids. It's 7 feet tall and about 7 feet wide, and they can actually go in and feel like what it is to be inside a kaleidoscope.
So when this person arrives at the museum with a gray beard and professes to be 10 years old, you're not going to buy it? You're not going to buy it, okay. So I don't think I'm going to make it into the...
But he's going to enjoy it.
Yes, he is. Yeah, you're absolutely right about
That's
that.
right.
And you had mentioned something else also, that there were some other interactive exhibits that you put together for this.
We did. We actually tried to add a little touch of kaleidoscopes to every part of the museum for the
Right.
kids to discover. So even, for example, in the Japanese room that we have one small kaleidoscope that's from Japan. And there are new posters on the wall because there are actually a number of kaleidoscope galleries, and they love kaleidoscopes. And so from different exhibits at different museums and galleries in Japan, there are new posters on the wall in Japanese showing some Japanese examples as well.
What a wonderful thing to do between now and the end of the year. We've got a few holiday weekends in there. We've got weeks when the kids are off from school, and to go in there. Have you been going in and looking at the reaction of the kids?
I have not been up. It just opened.
Oh, okay.
I have not been up during the day, but I know they're going to love it.
Yeah,
It's
you've got to go. I mean, you're the centerpiece of all this.
And
you
the
know?
adults will feel like they're back in their childhood.
Yes,
And the children
absolutely.
will enjoy it.
Sure. Just one last thing. You have some historic kaleidoscopes in the collection, right?
Yes, I do. Brewster is the gentleman who is a Scottishman who's credited
Attributed with,
with
yes, right.
creating the kaleidoscope. But I have a Bush kaleidoscope. It's from the 1800s. It has sandwich glass in it, and it's absolutely in mint condition, and I do use it. It is to be enjoyed, as all kaleidoscopes, and it's just wonderful.
Boy, this is a great interview. Thanks. I love it, and you're going to have to let me look at a few of these before you leave as well. All right, let's just recap. At the World Awareness Children's Museum, which is on Warren Street in Glens Falls, right off the circle. You can't miss it. Just head into Glens Falls, head down Warren Street, and on the right-hand side, you'll see the big sign, and it's a beautiful sign. Bring your family, bring the child and you, get over to the museum and take a look at this magnificent exhibit. It's all about kaleidoscopes, and you'll be amazed at the variety and just what you see every time you look through it. Like you were saying, like a snowflake, it's never the same twice. Well, good. Thank you very much for coming in, both of you.
Thank you.
To see this interview again, please head to our website, looktvonline.com.